Hello people, this is Indevil, welcome to Roguetech. Today we're super heavy hunting, but before we get into the mission, I just want to do a quick swap around in the Diasta and the 5S. And this is just going to take one day. It's just getting in a fire control advanced targeting computer here, because it's going to help with headshotting, and we very much want that. And the 5S, it's finally the time we get a bit more utility here. We're just dropping the regular ammo and putting a bit of Inferno, and at this point I very much think we want to drop a bit of Apollo and getting another bit of Inferno here. It's just a way to get a bit more utility of a mech that is about to get phased out. Because it's not going to take much, we might as well get in an emergency coolant. It's just one day here. I thought about it, but I really don't think we should be bringing the Ragzilla, the Gauss Ragzilla, into this one, because it could get really wild if we get bad roll on the support lances and we get orcas and whatnot. So just doing a quick look around to see if we got emergency coolant +2, but we can get there just by doing this. This should be the same hit management we had before. Maybe not, just let me take a quick look. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, and we have an emergency coolant in case we run into too many internal heatsinks that we didn't think about. That's probably why we didn't have it in here. So you're going to be susceptible to getting hit up, but whatever. You're good. We're not taking you. We have to be very aware there's a pirate radical in here. You're staying at home most likely. Whatever. I think we want utility here, but it's just one day we have to go before we get our changes actually in, and we're going for this one here. It's an urban mission, so I'm going to apologize in advance for the performance here, because it's going to be bad. Let's be honest about it. And at this point, I think instead of the Hephaestus, will be much better bringing a Seth. So that much we do. We bring Maki, and we still have some 35 tons, but we can't swap things around to bring another vehicle. So I guess we're going with the Seth and the Ifrit, just because the Seth brings the daisy cutters, and they could be good if we have a hot drop. So as I said, sorry about the performance in the first turns. I'll probably get better as we get along, but urban maps are just a drain of resources. They lack so much. But we have a super heavy here, so there we go in. Hopefully it's something more than a Leviathan. We get a a good role on the support lances, and we have some supporting Superheavies. I know, it can get mad, and we might even destroy our mechs, but at this point there's nothing more to do with this save but to try and get ourselves into trouble. And that's why we're here, to steer trouble and see if there's something out there that can get us, because we've actually gotten to a point where we're quite good to handle whatever, well, there's things the game could send us that would make our life complicated, but the two headshotters are very good mechs. The support we've got, the utility if you want, is also very good. So I actually have never seen this title, so yeah, we might be in for some fun. This might not be a Leviathan at all, so not counting on having a mission without the texture bug. Just, okay, target behind the Superheavies. So yeah, this looks like the thing. We've got support, so that's something. And they said we have Superheavies around, so I guess just scouting a bit. What have we dropped now? The Hyperion and the 5S. Next one should still drop here. That's the Avatar. That's the Clan Archer. That's the no, not you. King Crab. We want a bit farther up. And yeah, I know. We get the Diastar. We should have a mech still, and then it's the vehicles. The carrier we want back here, and the two flyers we want up here. And we see what we see. This could be a complete mess up, but still, not counting on having textures here.
Everyone,
there we are.
Looks like my neighborhood up ahead.
So, we should be seeing something.
Okay, here we go.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, I know.
This looks like an ideal place for an
Okay, looks like our friends are pretty much in a bad spot. But that's just heavies and assaults, so they will have to deal with it while we do the rest. More interested in what we have here. So, science team, whoa, is all the way to the back. Supporting enemy forces, this is this one here. So, what are you? You look like a Mozilla to me, I think. And the reinforcements are on our friends. We have a Zeus, we have a Seraph, we have something and something. So that being said, we're going to wait for a bit and just see what they do here. If I were you, I would not have moved at all, but whatever. You want to get destroyed? It's your prerogative, I guess. So, the Banshee goes for the carriers. He's actually put himself in a Warzone place, they might be able to do something about him when they get going. But I'm not counting on too many of them surviving here. So let's see what the Raptor does. His best option should be downing the building or just going for nasty stuff. Well, that's nasty, but that's not that nasty on him. This should be the Zeus now. He moves and he completely destroys the carriers. That much we know. So they might be turning around and facing us in a moment. But for the moment, all the mechs here have gone, so it's just the super heavy lands going around now. So we're going to wait and see what we see now. We have to wait a bit. We're going for the king crab, but we got some AMS going. This looked like regular missiles, so nothing to be too worried about for the moment. This is the Danielle. It just moves around to avoid return damage. Let's see what this one does. We've put ourselves into a quite hairy position, but it also means we should be able to go... Yeah, that's the punch bot, I think. So, we're bound to lose some mechs, I guess.
Double time. Let's
We
go.
see nothing. Yeah, can happen.
Yes, Commander.
Carrier, we don't want to move yet. We might want to send the Ifrit in to see if we actually manage to see anything. Yep, we do. So... oh well.
Standing by.
But this gives us the opportunity to just start infernoing them. So it's not that good of a hitchings, but as I said on previous times, this is all about getting their hit management a bit off. What's hitchings here? We see 2 Mozillas, which is good, just means we have to be aware of them. We had a better hitchings to the one in the front, I think. So it's a lot of structure to grind, but grind we will, I guess.
Roger.
That's some sensors impaired, and we just hide here.
On it. How can I help?
Hyperion. Should have line of sight to them, should be in the operative word, but I guess we're going to wait to see. Nope, we could have shot the ground here. Engaging enhanced imaging, and we just move. We're bound to see them, and we are. Quite worse hitchances with the Hyperion, but still good enough. We want to boost and to get there.
Alright, let's see what this thing can do.
Let's see if we're in range for a ping. We are not. So this is just going to be some shots in their general direction.
Orders?
We've actually made good work of him. So, not that good overhitchings. So I guess this turn we're waiting with you. The archer can send some EMP into their general direction, so that much we will do. Come on. At this point, I think I'd much rather target ground than the mech itself.
Standing by.
We don't know if we hit anything, and you... Oh boy, you're in for a party this time. So... yeah, we're hitting up here, but that's what we want to do. So there we go. This should get TSM online. And we very much want it online for next turn. So let's see what we see now. Okay, apart from the Mozillas, we got another Mozilla, a Charger. Demolisher hits Vagor. And just the Zeus, Templar, Banshee and Seraph. There's bound to be something more in here we don't see yet. But for the moment... we're just trying to get to a position... well, it's just another Mozilla. Yeah, just... I know. So let's see... what we can do here.
No shooting, just running.
We're sensor locking you. You're pretty much heated up. So we might want to go for incendiary on your friend. I think that's what I want to do here. Just let's see what the plans that his honor friends does. They should really make quick work of the caddies. That's your one. Would that someone... well, that's just a coolon exchanger. I don't want to overhit them though. That's good damage. Seraph, we'll have to do something about you, but that'll have to be later. For the moment, we just keep EMPing and LKing. We have vision to someone. That's a Vulcan. Oh well. Whatever. Vulcan shoots the archer, but hits the building. I'm more worried about another super heavy appearing from here and just destroying. So, what we want to do is have line of sight, but allowing the other headshotter to shoot through your over your shoulder. So there we go. What do we want to do here? Do we go for torso or do we try to go for head? I think I'd very much want to open the torso up and just crit him to death. because we got 3 Mozillas, so we're probably good to blowing them to pieces all by one. You're going for the heads. That doesn't look like a very wise move. But what can I say? So we're just moving here casually. We'll go for the second Mozilla probably. We are. And
Here we go.
we're trying for headshots here. I know.
Waiting for orders.
It's going to take a while. We're waiting with you.
Talk to me.
You were taking back
Roger that.
and just sending some Inferno their way. If we can. What have we done here? Apparently we cannot hit the Mozillas we have in front, and we have to go for the back one. It's good. Allows us to get more hit there, but I just don't know why we can't shoot you at all. That being said, it's time for you to get in. You're just moving here. We want to keep our distance to these things. We give sensors to everyone because we can. And we go and hope to crit torso. But that was... well,
Hostile eliminated.
that might be an engine destroyed here. So 1 down, 3 to go at least.
Right here.
The Ifrit has a thing that we very much like, which is called Inferno Bombs. So there we go.
Guess I'll give it to him then.
We blow the building in the way, we get him pretty much shut down. Danielle moves in and does nothing, which is doesn't look that good for her, but whatever.
Commander?
You should actually be good to move now. Or do we wait? Because we'd be getting ourselves just right by a cooling exchanger, which could be quite fatal. I think we're waiting until the Mozilla here makes a move. He does.
I'm here.
And he's not in range for anything, so he can't do much.
Got it. Full
We
speed,
move
no target.
here and we go for you. And yeah, I think we very much want to keep hitting you up.
Good to go.
So, that's the Seth. We got the bombs, we got everything, but the bombs we're waiting to shoot until next turn, because we'll be able to go for the other Mozilla. So, we just give it time. He goes for the archer, and he should shut down now.
Hold it firm.
He does. And he loses
For orders.
a bit of health in the process. So, hello, we're here. Yeah, I know, heat and whatnot, but still,
Firing.
that's good splash here, a bit more heat,
Now that was a heavy hit.
he's unsteady,
Bad one, that was.
so we're able to just do things. should be time to see what the science team is. We should have sensors on him now, but we're just so waiting for a bit, I guess, until we get to go, that is. So yeah, whatever, either there's something
Waiting for orders.
cloak tapping here, or we move up and we engage incendiary back there. We have one jump, so yeah, you bring a bit of AMS, but still we should be good to hit you up.
I've got your back.
Avatar moves up.
Moving at a
He's
sprint.
got the ones on the back on the scope now. And we're so totally sending Infernos that way. That
Live to
helps.
serve.
You can also go for them. We're not that worried about them right now. They're about to all being overheated. The main problem with the move we made here is we probably have to be very aware
Standing by.
when shooting with the
Full speed.
shooting mechs, but still, yeah, you're a charger quick, so we can probably. Daisy Cutter is probably to affect you as well, so there we go. Daisy Cutter to the back of this Mozilla.
Got multiple weapons with no ammo.
They're both
Not
unsteady,
much armor left in that location.
which should help. So, I know we got a fail chance, but we're going for your back. We got him open, we got him to the ground.
SRM
So
gone.
the two Mozillas that are on the table, one is shut down, the other one is on the ground. So they're pretty much under control. We still aren't seeing anything big here. I guess 3 Mozillas is good enough for one mission. Not that they're going to last that much here, but whatever. We have to move with the archer. The clan archer is not in a very good spot,
Ready to rock.
and we're able to do so now. So there we go. We just move out of the way, and I guess we very much want the charger on the ground as well. So we go for LK with him, and we shoot the charger. We should get him to the ground, or not. That's some shots on the Templar back there. So Hyperion can shoot this one. He shoot. That's another headshot. And we keep moving.
Moving. Receiving you.
Player star needs to move,
Position confirmed.
but does so. And we keep going for head here. That's another headshot. And actually 2 instances. So a full Mozilla on the table. I think at this point we got 10 parts of Mozillas around. But I could be wrong, and the first one could not be fully there. So yeah, I guess it's one of these vehicles. Should be the Demolisher, I guess. So Demolisher is coming our way. We're probably just casually sending some acid with the carrier. And yeah, you're good to... Not all the way, just until here,
Quick stepping it.
but you're good to come and keep shooting this one. So that's decent enough to just keep going.
Commander?
That sensor's impaired on him, and we're casually
Alright,
bringing
let's move.
you up, and as promised, sending acid all the way to this one here, because you're bound to... you're probably the target. Nope, he actually isn't. Mozilla wakes up, but he should be quite shaken and not able to do much. He'll probably will try to go for one of our V2s. He's welcome to. He just jumps and does nothing.
Commander?
So, King Crab, who charge the charger, but by doing so he's exposing himself badly. What does he bring this one? It's just quick cell apparatus, so we're reserving here. Yeah, Daniel is the punching bag now. As is the Raptor. He was already TSMP'd, so this second one was the Chef Keys. And we should be very aware that they will be now swapping their attention to us, because that Daniel is not going to last a very long time there. Vulcan tries to go for one of our flyers, but
Talk to me.
what can I say? It's actually not that good. We'll keep going. Keep casually doing what we're doing here. We're good to go on the Mozilla. He's open on the back. We're probably going there with the SRMB tool, but still, that's a ghost to the face.
Commander?
And yeah, we're just casually moving up. We just make quick work of you. Actually, I guess this is good enough. Sorry, not sorry, Charger.
What are your orders, Skipper?
So, you're good to move up. And I guess we go with Artemis. We have to do something about the Mozilla. That's him stressed. That's... We disengage the booster because we don't need it now. We give it time. I know. Stop calculating them.
Moving on.
And we just go for cluster here. This should be good on open back.
Enemies rear.
So when it crits, not really. Hyperion wants to wait until... No, not yet.
How can I help?
Diasta. There it is. So we might want to take out the charger with you. Whatever, this is just going to melt through him. That was a head hit as well, and half of the mech, obviously. And we just get out of the way
Aye,
here.
aye.
And then you're able to just keep going there.
An alpha strike.
We're not using an offensive push here.
I'm ready.
Conquistador pushes up. We should have decent hits back there. The MRM is not that good, but still might allow us to just open him, because this thing doesn't have that many armor anymore.
Reporting.
At this point,
Moving.
okay, we must remember to disengage the jet booster, but that's something for next turn. He's panicked, he should be. So we really don't want to get into range. Supercharger disengaged because we can. And we just casually back off a bit and just send some flares and whatnot his way. This should get him under control. With the carrier we probably are good to get him off the ground. We have to be very aware though that there's a Demolisher with two AC-20s trying to come our way, so let's see what the Mozilla does. Just jumping around, he tries to shoot our king crab, but he's shutting down
I'm receiving.
and losing health, which is very much a good thing. So, even if you're not the target, I very much want to keep going on you. The Mozilla's under control, we have nothing to fear there, so it's time to actually start working on whatever else is there. But doesn't look like they have that many things. So, we sprint for 5 evasion, and we actually go for center here. We got him open.
Scored a critical hit. I'm taking some serious hits.
Whatever.
Losing armor.
Armor's about falling
That
off right
was
there.
just a bit of splash from the mortars. Yeah, they're going all the way on the poor Daniel. Oh well. It was to be expected. So I guess we'll just destroy whatever the target is. It's still... It can't be the Vagger, can it? Well, if it's the Vagger, we're going to make very short work of it, so... Because it's just the Vagger, so there's not much it can do.
Target. Our primary target is taking
Very much looks like it's the Vagger. Okay. So, if it's the Vagger,
Affirmative.
we're just so going for it right now.
Bon appetit.
That's some armor shaving. You do have a target to work on,
Out.
so there you go. Go for head, you're probably hitting center anyway. That's an torso explosion, so
Reseating you.
we get him off the table. You're going for the demolisher before we seal the deal. Because I don't want to be on the receiving end for two AC-20s here.
Little hit, Commander.
He's panicked, he should be. So there's no way to get an obstructed line of sight. Still, direct line of sight is good, and we should really get him off the ground now.
Crawler destroyed.
And now we just start engaging whatever's left of them. Yeah, the jet booster we don't want to fail, so we're just waiting and moving for a bit.
Affirmative.
Not able to shoot this time. Well, you'll do it next turn, don't worry. So that should be the heads up. Just moving back and actually landing very good shots on the Ifrit.
Standing by.
And with you guys, we're just going to casually move.
Throttle down.
Seth has the booster off, so we go
Let's move.
for this shot here.
Taking the top.
And we see what the bagger does. Should open itself when it moves. It's got quite a bit of mines around. Oh well, looks like the Atlas is still alive. Good job, man.
Copy that, Commander.
So, 2 of acid, 2 of guided, not on the Vulcan, but on the Vagger.
Engaging target.
There we go. This should get you open, get you destroyed. All good.
Crawler
Just let's see where the evac is.
to ammo.
And conveniently, we have the evac just right in front of us. It's going to take a while to take the Hyperion and the Diastar here, but that's what we'll be doing. We might be sending random port shots into the general direction of what's left, but we just don't care about what we have left here. We have some, obviously more than 5 parts of Mozillas around. They bring good specialized equipment,
Affirmative.
so that's good. We're sending mines in the general direction of the Vulcan just because it's a 40-tonner. It can get himself legged just by moving around here. And these are acid mines, so he's bound to get increased damage after a while. So, do you dare moving or are you just staying put, man? Okay, he went for the archer. Hit the Conquistador in the way. Actually, hitting the Conquistador is good. So, we'll just keep the air large shut down and shooting some Artemis your way. Your legs are very weak already. And we got an explosion and you're out.
I'm here.
We got a heavy peep here. And we're so using it. I know, whatever. Just want to... I know, we're just shooting the peep, don't worry.
Affirmative.
We have to clear a path for everybody to get him.
Roger. Full speed.
You're just shooting LK casually to the headset. And I know, I'm just cluttering the loot table now, but pff, quite frankly, it's just spending time until we get out of here.
Talk to me.
So, you get going.
Roger.
We're going to shoot one peep to the mines because we want a clear path. So, path created, and from here on it's just a matter of when are we going to get there with the Diastar and the Hyperion.
Ready for orders.
We keep them quiet so they run faster and we get out of here. Whatever, yeah, do it please.
Commander.
Karya
Roger,
moves
Skipper. Kicking in.
casually, sends a barrage of guided to the headsaw. That wasn't very good hitchings. We should have shot standard here, but whatever. So, the reinforcements probably just realize we've dealt with everything they had on this side of the table and will be in a rush to get in there, but there's little things they can do at this point. It's only a matter of, I guess, 4 or 5 turns until we get out of here. And yeah, if we keep them busy with the Ifrit and the Seth, we're even safer when it comes to protecting our mechs, so that much we will be doing. That's scary. That's an arrow. So we will have to overload
Ready for orders.
our AMSs, but other than that,
Coordinates received.
this is just casually getting the job done here. So a bit of flare back to the headsaw. He should do himself when he moves, but still.
Guess I was lucky that time.
I'm your spaniel.
So this is just you
Roger
moving
that.
and shooting some LK. We got him open and now we don't even want to shoot at it
I've got your back.
any longer. So there you go.
Clear the way. I'm coming in
Hyperion
fast.
disengages enhanced imaging. We don't need it any longer. No, we don't even want to shoot here.
Receiving.
There's just disengaging enhanced imaging, running because we can,
Confirmed.
and just waiting to get to the exit. Okay, you actually didn't blow yourself up.
I'm here.
Oh well,
Affirmative.
have some guided. Let's be done with you.
Vehicle
And we're
down.
just even
AP2
pulling back
ammo depleted.
with
On my
these
way. Double
ones.
time.
Flares might help with the arrows. So that much we do.
Hauling ass.
This is just about keeping ourselves safe here. They shouldn't be in range, so other than the arrow, we're not bound to see much going our way. The odd peep, obviously, but
Move order received.
okay, we managed to put ourselves on fire. Here, have some flares.
They're coming around the side.
Whatever. This was good.
Talk to me.
It still was the arrow, but...
Sprinting.
So, what do we have here? Just a bit of casually setting everything on fire around the zoos. Get yourself in here. And we shoot some LK, because why not?
How can I help?
And we keep going with it
Roger.
here.
Yeah, Commander.
Archer gets in the fire. Archer is about to get into the zone. We push the vehicles back.
Ready for orders.
We keep bringing the headshotters.
Just right. Got it.
And we're mostly good here.
Standing by.
Karya will get there quite before our mechs do. We just have to remember to move a bit around, because we don't want that arrow to be landing on our heads. But that's all they have right now, an arrow, and we have
Orders?
a bit of AMS overloaded, so this shouldn't be that bad. Let the last one of them
I've got your
go,
back.
and from this point on it's just
Accelerating to maximum.
shuffling around to have a base lane evasion.
Location confirmed.
Moving to position.
We should be protected from direct line of fire here.
Roger that.
That's actually not where I wanted to go, but still.
You got it. Standing by. Got it.
If anything, because it took us out of the road and...
Roger.
Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but still... Shouldn't have shot at all here. Just move,
Affirmative. Waiting for orders.
and Karya gets going.
Double time.
Karya should be in next turn. Hyperion and Diasta should take 3 more turns to get in there.
That was a big hit.
Sorry about that, but we don't want
Talk
to
to me.
cluster the table anymore.
On my way.
We should probably not even have taken out the Falcon, the Hetzer, and the double AC-20, the Demolisher.
Waiting for orders.
It was here to be had. We had turns to spare. I mean to say, we were bored, I guess.
How can I help?
So you just move,
Talk to me.
you run, get back on the road.
I'm receiving you.
Conquistador moves up,
Watching here. Receiving you.
Dasta keeps going. We get you in, you're even protected from direct line of sight
I'm
here.
receiving you.
And with you, we just get into that. So... yeah, okay. try. We actually have direct line of sight here. So
Order acknowledged.
we move. The Zeus is pushing up. He's actually doing a quite better job than the other ones are doing. Okay, that's a good shot, Mr. Banshee. I will give you that.
Hey, yup.
Still,
I've got your back.
you shouldn't be able to see anything else.
Ready to run. Confirmed.
So,
Move order received.
keep protecting ourselves.
Bye.
Will the Diasta be able to make it next turn? That's the
On my way.
that's the question, actually.
Let's do this.
Oh, you have a minimal distance, so we're just sending you up there, giving them something to shoot at that isn't our mechs.
Order.
We get the Zeus attention,
Yes,
and
Commander.
I guess we
Moving out.
call it a day, because next turn we should be able to just get out of here. But yeah, the poor Mozilas didn't stand a chance against our lance.
I'm here.
It was actually
Location.
not scary at all, if I must say so. Okay, yeah, you just go for the Sith. We don't very much care what you do here. That's good, because if we are not able to get out, we want this thing to be done, I guess.
How can I help?
So you push up. We want to make space for the two that are coming. You just
All
brace.
right, but I'm itching to go.
You can't get there,
Confirmed.
but you actually have something to do, so might as well do it. Warlord, offensive push, and we just casually go for you. This should get you something to think about.
Roger.
And next turn we're out.
Ready for orders.
We're just
Like
bracing
always
here.
A cooling mech?
We're just pulling you back.
Affirmative.
I'm here.
And just because we can...
Copy that, Commander.
Oh well, turns out we can't. But we're probably hitting the building anyway. Not really. Surprisingly, very good damage on the Banshee. Was a Banshee, wasn't it? Yeah. So Zeus sees the error in his ways and pulls back. Templar moves and shoots nothing. And at this point, I'm only interested in the Diasta and the Hyperion. Oh well, we managed to evade this one. That's good. We're going to have surprisingly very little damage to heal after this one. Seth even attracted the last bit of fire from the Banshee. So that's the Avatar. We don't need to move the Avatar. We don't need to move the Archer. We're moving you though. And just because we can, we offensive push you again. Not torso. Face, because we might hit.
Receiving you.
You're not doing anything. You're just making
go.
room for the diasta,
Ready for orders.
and there we go. And we don't even shoot here, we just go. Go before, because Sumir is picking us up, so
Mission successful.
this was actually not scary at all. I mean, it also had to do with the fact that they are Mozillas, so they have very limited movement. They really can't do much at distance, but beware, don't get in range. Don't. Because if you do, you're bound to have problems. Very good experience, very little damage on ourselves, so yeah, the charger, we don't care. You... Yeah, we do have quite some parts of them flying around. I guess this is the bolt-on it had, but that's just nothing. Titan saw. That's actually. Okay. That's 200 pinpoint damage, if anything. So we have a core 425, and this is actually what I was hoping for. Dewey though. Because we're never going to, let's be clear about this, we're never going to build a Mozilla. Yeah, just what I was saying, the amount of pinpoint damage this thing can do is massive. But other than that, it just doesn't bring anything special. It just, I'm going all the way down because I want to look for Typhoon ammo, but I guess we can take one of these ones for lols, but we're not going to be able to use this thing. 0.2 per attacker ton. It's 375 damage. That's pretty. That's pretty massive. I mean, the only way to get these into the King Crab is to actually swap regular TSM for industrial one. Just going to cost an arm and a leg. And we're going to have to use it. But it's cool to think about it, isn't it? And we frankly have nothing else to pick here, so I guess we're going to just bring this for the lulz, and we're taking either a double XL or the 425. I want to take the 425 just to see one thing. So we get one part of the bagger, one part of a Vulcan, fluid gun, machine guns, this much we're selling. We get the Titan, so that's not half bad. We get Quicksell Ferro, which we're selling, 2 heatsinks, we're selling Spiked Fist, Upper Spiked, some ammo, which we're selling, and yeah, I know, we didn't get that much. This being Mozilla's, it wasn't that important to pick parts, but the specialized melee gear, if we can put it into the king crab, we're going to have fun. So at least some of it we will be able to put. I thought that was quite uneventful. I mean, how many days of repairs for going against 3 super heavies? 1 day of repairs. Anyway, this was the mission for today. We got some gear to just try and put into the king crab. Hope you enjoyed the chapter. If you did, please consider leaving a rating and a comment for the algorithm monster. We all know he likes your comments, he hates them, he chooses them, but anyway, enough with the nonsense. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you next time.